At the home the second time, the seller exited the car and the potential buyer just drove off.
So you want to steal a Hellcat, but you don't want to use any weapons. You don't want to use a pro pad. You don't want to use anything at all, right? Well, you would think that's pretty much impossible, right? You have to use something to steal a Hellcat, but this right here might be the easiest Hellcat theft I ever seen, where they didn't use any weapons, they didn't use any pro pads, they simply just drove off with the car. That's it, simple as that, right? So let me get into this video, show you exactly what happened. All I'm gonna say, Atlanta, y'all are different down there. Y'all are just always on some GTA type stuff no matter what. Let's go ahead and get into the video. No matter what mod you may install on your car, make sure one of your first things that you install on your car is CarLock. This is the world's best GPS tracker and alert system. With CarLock, you will be able to live track your car via GPS directly from your phone, as well as get alerts sent to your phone for any kind of activity that may be going on to your car, such as your engine starting when it should not be starting, or your car moving when it should not be moving. And if there's a power loss that the CarLock will detect, it will give you an alert for that as well. Make sure you protect yourself with CarLock by going to the link in the description below and using these codes here to get yourself a 10% discount, as well as a 14-day free trial for your CarLock. You deserve that peace of mind. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So you see the title and you see the thumbnail. Yes, no doubt, this is the easiest Hellcat theft I ever seen. All it took was not using any weapons, not using a pro pad, and an unsuspecting seller of a Hellcat, and now you have a 2021 Hellcat in your possession after not doing any of that. But I won't hold you to it. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna show you the video, kind of what happened with this.
5 officials in Hall County say they need your help finding the person accused of stealing a car during a test drive. 21 Dodge Challenger Hellcat.
So right here, the person with the face blurred is clearly the seller, and the person that does not have their face blurred is the person that actually drove off in the car. And there you'll see how quickly and easy this was.
Say the accused thief arrived at the seller's home on Magnetic Point to look at the vehicle, which was for sale. They went on 2 test drives together, but when they arrived back at the home the second time, the seller exited the car and the potential buyer just drove off. The tag number is this on your screen, and investigators say it may have a scratch down the passenger side.
That's all irrelevant at this point.
If you see it on the road, you are urged to call police.
Yeah, you're not seeing that car on the road at all. Yeah, that scratch is probably the least of that car's damage right now. That thing is stripped and it's probably in some sort of Hellcat swap as we speak. But 2 test drives and they were able to get away with this car. So yeah, man, it's safe to say that car is long gone. So 2 test drives and they was able to get away with the car. Now, this is just my thought process along, you know, with how this transpired here. I think the goal of whoever stole this car was to go in and try to steal this car one way or another. I'm pretty sure, I'm thinking plan A was to go in and try to steal the car on this test drive. You know, they're probably online, Facebook Marketplace, whatever. They see this Hellcat for sale and it's like, you know what, maybe we can come up on an easy one, a quick lick right here, and go and just steal the Hellcat on the test drive. If that doesn't work, we know where this person stays and maybe we go get it later, right? So plan A, they go in, do this test drive. Apparently, the seller got caught slipping, right? He got out the car first and they just drove off in the car. They mentioned they did 2 test drives. So I'm thinking what happened is they went on the first test drive and they were not able to get the seller in a situation where they can get them away from the car, get them out of the car or whatnot. They're willing to take a car theft charge, but not kidnapping, right? So they got boundaries or whatever. So they went on the second test drive and that's when the seller got comfortable and got out the car first. Now I mentioned that was plan A. Plan B could have been trying to come back later and steal the car, you know, the harder way, the more traditional way, how people steal these cars. But, you know, they could use part of plan A to try to ask the owner or the seller about the car, find out what kind of security he got, find out where his house is, find out where he parks the car, found out all that information. But you can tell from the video, looks like the seller had the car maybe in a garage and then blocked in by other cars. So at that point, the people that wanted to rob him was thinking, well, if we don't steal this car on this test drive some way or another, we're not gonna have a chance to come back and get it because the car's in the garage and it's blocked in. So that's gonna be a no-go later on, right? And you can tell like the seller probably wasn't expecting them to rob him of this car, right? Because he's walking up, he doesn't have a mask on, he probably doesn't have any weapons on him. Well, he might have weapons on him because you never know which way this could go. He's talking with them, they're asking him questions. He's trying to get the car sold. He's not really thinking about these people could potentially rob me, right? Because he brought them pretty much right directly to his house to check out the car and test drive it, not once, but twice. At this point, it's pretty much all woulda, coulda, shouldas at this point, because you know, you can look at it hindsight 2020 and think like, well, you could have did this, should have did this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, a couple things are true. Now, should he let them test drive the car? I mean, they are trying to buy the car. He's trying to make a sale. He's thinking about the money he's gonna make from, you know, selling the car. He got a price in mind, and these people look like potential buyers, right? He's probably had other people come out, check out the car, and nothing has happened. So as more and more people come check out the car, he's thinking about, okay, this car can sell. Let me, you know, entertain these buyers and things of that nature, right? Now, a lot of dealerships don't even let you test drive a lot of these high-end cars. Now, am I saying a Charger or a Challenger Hellcat is a high-end car? Not a high-end car, but it's a pretty expensive car, and a lot of dealerships aren't going to let you just test drive it because they know a lot of people just want to get behind the wheel of the car just to say they drove the car. Even in some cases, sometimes Scat Packs, they don't let you drive those or whatnot. They're going to be very picky about doing it. Now, I'm not saying no dealership is not going to let you do it. I'm pretty sure there's some out there that will, but I know a few of them probably would not allow you to do that. And that's not just a Dodge thing. That's like any manufacturer out there. They're probably not going to let you test drive their higher end, higher trim cars. Now, of course, he did the right thing. He went with them. You don't let people test drive your car alone, right? He stayed with them and all that. And the only mistake this guy made was he got out the car first. He probably more than likely let his guard down. They was talking to him. He felt comfortable with them. They made him to feel, you know, comfortable with them by the conversation they was having. He's thinking, I'm gonna get a sale on this car. I got all these people reaching out to me to buy it. And he just was thinking, he knows, did he leave the keys in the car? He may have. It didn't matter. The car was gonna be able to be gone one way or another. Is there any other ways that he could have prevented this from happening? I mean, number one, like I said, he may have not allowed test drives for the car. Maybe he had these test drives done somewhere else. Maybe he take them to a different location. Maybe have more people with him in case something like this happened. But, you know, he let his guard down and he felt comfortable with the people buying the car. So the biggest takeaway of this, right, that I do want to point out, you notice at the end of the whole news clip, they said if you can find the car, you know, let people know, let someone know, right? That goes to tell me he had no security on this car, which is crazy. You have a Hellcat, looks like you live in a pretty decent neighborhood. You got it in the garage, all that type of stuff. Those are things that you want to do to protect your car. We always tell people park them in the garage. He did all that, but looks like he failed to put any security on the car. Now, I will say, in this situation of a car being stolen in this manner, a lot of security measures would not work at all. The typical security measures people do, neutral strap cover wouldn't work here. I mean, all they had to do was just drive off in the car. Car was already running and all that, or we could just crunk it up and go. Kill switch wouldn't work as well because the car was maybe already running. Had the garage as well, like I said, all that stuff wasn't gonna work in this situation. The thieves just drove away with the car. So how in this situation do you prevent or protect yourself from this happening? The most extreme way is have, you know, some, you know, pew pew on you to handle the situation. But more than likely, the person that came to steal this car did not come there alone. If they're coming there to steal a car, they probably had someone with them because they had to drive there more than likely. There was another car at the end of the driveway that you saw, so he could have been outnumbered. If he tried to pull out a gun, they're gonna pull guns on him, then you're in a bad situation there. But in this situation, main thing you would need is GPS locator, right? Some way to track the car or whatnot. In this situation, he did not have that, but he also didn't appear to have any other security measures either. This situation does go to show you that you can never let your guard down, and even up until you no longer have the car in your possession, that you need some sort of protection on the car like a GPS tracker, and that's where CarLock will come into the play to help out with that. Now, the main feature of CarLock is the GPS tracker, which would help down his location, would know exactly where the car is going in everything at all times, right? You got an app on your phone, you can look at it, you know everything about the car. The other features of CarLock, which would not have helped in this situation because, like I said, the car is running and everything. You got the vibration sensor, the engine start sensor, the disconnection notification. If that does happen, which you shouldn't, plug it up under the dash anyway, hardwire it, got kits for that. If the car is moved, all of those different vibrations and different alerts you can get with CarLock. Most of those would not have worked, but the main thing is the GPS locator, which would have worked and helped in this situation. Now, I know I mentioned some of the accessories with the CarLock here. You can get the vibration sensors, which is going to enhance the vibration detection on the car. Now, like I said, in this situation, probably not would have worked because of the nature of the situation, how it was stolen, but it would definitely been a good add for other situations as well. And splitter cables are also things you can get for the CarLock, as well as the hardwire kit, or get the hardwire CarLock device itself. Now, just because, you know, this car was stolen and it was a Dodge Hellcat doesn't mean that this couldn't have happened to any other type of car, right? This could have happened to anyone wanting to steal a car on a test drive. We just know Dodge Hellcats are a big target to get stolen no matter what the situation is. So this situation really does go to show you that you gotta protect your car up until you no longer own the car, right? You always have to have your guard up, be aware of what's going on. This guy, he let his guard down, unfortunately, and he's got his car stolen before he was able to sell it. He could have maybe just sold it directly to a dealership or whatnot. I know private sale, you're gonna get the most money for selling the car, but then again, you gotta think about all the people that's gonna be coming to your house to check out the car, contacting you and all this type of stuff. You don't know who you're dealing with on the other end of that message, or however you're trying to sell the car, right? Those are just things you have to think about if you're doing it that way, but you got to protect yourself at all times up until you own the car. If you still own these type of cars, make sure to click the link below and get yourself a CarLock and protect yourself. I will have discounts for you, 14-day free trial using this code, and also the 10% off as well. You see both of those on the screen here now. So make sure you get yourself all well and all good, because even though you have a garage, your car's not gonna spend time in the garage all the time. It's gonna go other places and other things can happen. So you wanna make sure you get ahead of the game and have that in your back pocket. So that's gonna be the end of this video, man. Like I said, protect yourself. And if you're selling your car, be on your toes, man. Be on your toes of the situation, how you want to go about it. People will try to sweet talk you or something and try to get you to let your guard down so you can make a move like this and mess around and get your car stolen. Granted, you know, he wasn't expecting it, things like that, and it does suck, but those people did come there to try to steal the car one way or another. So if you made it this far in the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and then click the link below to make sure you get protected. Or if you know a loved one that has some sort of Dodge Mopar vehicle, or if they have a Camaro, which is also a highly stolen car, make sure to tell them about CarLock so they get protected. Thank you for tuning into this video. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.